I'm awake! I'm awake! Hello, and welcome to the Turing test. This is a game I've been wanting to play for a long time. I've had it sitting around for, I think, something like 5 or 6 years now in my Steam library, and I just remember when this came out, like, nearly 10 years ago now, like 9 years ago, something. I just saw it release, and it just seemed like one of those games that was gonna become a big hit, that, like, oh, this looks like it has huge, amazing production value, it seems really interesting, it seems well made, and yeah, I bet it's gonna be like another, I hadn't played it at the time, but like another Soma, or like, I don't know, Alan Wake, or what are those other ones, like similar ones? Alien Isolation, I'm not sure if that had come out yet, but you know, just like that kind of like big release, like indie release that then got a lot of attention. And it just kind of didn't, as far as I could tell. Like, I've never once heard a single thing about this game. I haven't heard anyone mention it, even in passing. I've never seen, like, a streamer play it. I've never seen a YouTube video or, like, review or anything. Not that I've, you know, searched for them, but, like, it just seems to have kind of vanished from the public eye. And yeah, I just booted it up, tested it out, and, like, watched the intro, and yeah, it seems pretty interesting. To me, it's feeling a bit reminiscent to, like, The Swapper, with the storytelling at least, maybe, or The Fall, or the game I just finished playing, Q.U.B.E 2, which also felt like it was trying to do that, like, grand sci-fi narrative kind of thing. And yeah, obviously, this is about, like, sentience and AI in some way, but beyond that, I don't really know. So yeah, let's check it out. There's quite a lot to talk about in the settings menu, but we'll do that at the end of this first one, so let's just hop in. No idea about audio balance for this first video, we'll have to see. I'll try and tweak it as we go.
Morning, Ava. Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the ISA.
Also very 2001: A Space Odyssey,
Ground crew 450 hours ago.
as you can probably tell.
We have tried to establish further communications, but we are not getting any responses.
Tom, Hal, 3 letters, coincidence.
We need you to investigate.
Also, what did it say, the hours?
Okay,
it was like
doesn't it make sense
about
to do
3
visual checks
weeks
first?
or so?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface post-haste. You are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
Yeah, and here we are. Initial impressions, I mean, it looks gorgeous. One thing I will just quickly say is, this game is capped to 60 FPS. It's one of those old, like, Unreal Engine 4 games, so you can uncap it by going into an engine.ini file and just improving the, like, smooth frame rate from 60. So, yeah, now it runs fine. That was a bit of a headache to, like, figure out. And, yeah, like, the voice acting seems very good, both Tom and Ava. Was it Ava? Yeah. I don't know, I mean, it seems promising. This is as far as I saw, just like testing out the game, making sure it ran. We have the single most pathetic jump I have ever seen in any video game. That's the jump. I mean, to be fair, I'm assuming she's wearing a giant thick spacesuit or something, so I guess you can't really expect too much, especially like not in 0G. And yeah, we can also like sprint already. It hasn't tutorialized that, but you can, so you can move pretty fast. I don't think you can crouch. Oh my god, that is the single worst crouch I've ever seen in a video game. Are you kidding me? That is like, that's not a crouch, you're just like lowering your head a little bit. Ava Turing. Yeah, we are called Turing, huh? Am I the AI? Is that the plot twist? That I'm not even like, you're supposed to think Tom is like the sentient AI, but no, it's actually us. Humanity is dead already. Cryogenic awakening, 2250. So yeah, we are in the future. Sarah Brooke. Oh, so like, I was supposed to be woken up in 2250, But, like, since it's an emergency, maybe it's not that date now, and these guys are still sleeping because they're not supposed to be woken up yet. Mikhail Tokarev. The same. Oh, everyone's, like, supposed to... Okay, maybe that is... Oh, this guy... Wait, user error. Pod malfunction. Oh, no. So this is like where they're set to wake up, and this guy probably was supposed to wake up at the same time, and probably me too, but now, because of this, because there's a malfunction with this guy, I've been woken up, and it is... Like, this was yesterday? Huh. Yesterday, even though it was like they lost contact 3 weeks ago or something. And then Soichi Yui, also the same time. I thought it said crew lobby. Oh my god, it's hexadecimal. No. I'm already playing Talos Principle 2. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can text extract this. Okay, this is not going too well. It doesn't seem to really want to pick this up for some reason. This just didn't work. This was like Power Toys text extractor, but we can see something about boy, and then here I used another one with like an image that I put into a text extractor, which seems more orderly, but there's obviously some like mistakes and stuff in here. I'm not gonna go through and try and fix all these, but this one at least says, I'm a real boy, I'm a real boy, and then just like jumbled. So I'm assuming that's what this is. I'm assuming it's just the same exact line, 49, yeah, exactly 60. So it's just like, I'm a real boy, I'm a real boy, I'm a real boy, I'm a real boy. Okay. That was more of a hassle than it should have been. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother with this too much. Oh. Wait, E? Oh, there we go. I tried to click and it didn't work. Yes? Well, something? Oh. I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. Okay. I guess that's everything here. Do they really need this, like, super advanced speaker system in space? Crew lobby? Is anyone here, or am I completely alone? I would imagine I'm gonna be completely alone in this game. Tom Touch OS. Oh. You can, like, pick up things, but I can't interact with it in any way. Mug. ISA. Can't pick up, like... Can I read anything? It's really hard to see. I feel like you could read it if I could just get a good look at this. Moonwatch log sheet. Please log entry. Please log entry date into offline systems. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I could actually read it if I just, like, saw it better, but yeah, it's just the same paper, I guess? Maybe? No, these two look like different sheets. Yeah, I don't think I can really read it, since we can't pick it up. If I could, like, no-clip, then maybe. Office ISA 02, Daniel McLean. Captain's office. Armory.
Pick up your EMT.
It's British, huh? There's always a weird thing for me, because, like, my English spelling is so jumbled, because I would not spell armory like this, but I would spell, like, I don't know, like honor, or things like that. Color, I do spell with OU, but this just looks weird, instead of just armor as you see it in, like, most video games. So yeah, it's just like a mess. My British and American spelling, like half the time I use S, half the time I use Z as well, and things like that. On the side, this one? Or, no? Can I switch out my suit? No. EMT, Energy Manipulation Tool, by Ashiyama Industries, but I can't, like, I can't do anything with this. Am I missing some control? Let me just check quick. I don't like this, by the way. It's very loud, and, like, just moving through and changing something, hearing this constantly, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, this was set to escape. I just figured... it was set to backspace. I figured why not just have it on Q instead of reaching across the entire keyboard. But yeah, forward and back. Alt-fire, like right-click or something. No, left-click, right-click. Doesn't seem to work. So, yeah, I guess we can't read that. Yeah, alright. Not much to do other than pick up the EMT.
Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europa. Make your way to the docking station.
I can't aim my gun or anything. I guess it's gonna context action to use it. This is like one of those rare games where I actually don't feel the need to sprint. Sprinting is like almost too fast. Whereas like, I kinda do want it. This is the normal walk cycle, which is pretty fast. That is rare. In most games it's always like, oh, sprinting or like walking is way too slow and sprinting is still way too slow, but just barely faster. She does flail around her arms a lot, though. Oh, here we go. Something that isn't completely corrupted. To Ava Turing. From Technical Operations Machine, ISA Internal, ship status. The current ship status is as following. Recommend addressing the power fluctuations before cryostasis. So this was like before I went into stasis. Was that power out? 90%? Power peak? Or power output? Power noise? P noise? I don't know. Like how much is fluctuating? Not really sure. Altitude, 310 kilometers, I suppose. Oh, there's some like weird ghosting going on. Classic Unreal Engine. When you move the text. Cryostasis. From me to Dan McLean, which was the captain. Hey Dan. Should you really address your captain as Hey Dan? I'm about to initiate my cryostasis. Just let Tom know if you guys need me. Hopefully there will be no need to wake me. I guess I'll hear from you as soon as I wake up, which may be a long time for you guys. Best of luck down there. And the reply, Ava, hopefully we won't need you. Yeah, every time I scroll here, like the text is just like being very blurry. It's kind of annoying. But we will miss you in the land of the living. I'll make sure Tom checks on you regularly. I know he does anyway, but I like to think I'm helping. Okay, so they seem very like cordial and familial here. And then from the technical operations, Captain McLean has sent several mails insisting I check the cryo chambers are functioning correctly. They are functioning as expected. Please do not feel any apprehension. Captain McLean has been informed. And then my reply, thank you, Tom. I'm not worried. Oh, I see. Technical operations machine, Tom. I didn't even connect that. Thank you, Tom. I'm not worried. From ground control? Wait, from me to ground control. To Major Tom. I'm initiating my cryostasis in a short while. I imagine a lot will change while I'm asleep. If everything goes well, I should be woken up next in 10 years. So to you all, I'd like to wish a good life. Ava. Alright, some interesting backstory there. But then we were woken up ahead of schedule, I suppose? Turn it on, right now. Oh man, what year are we in? This looks like a laptop from like the 80s or something. Docking bay hatch. And it's very linear right now, not much to look at, so yeah, I guess let's go. To have time to talk about all the options, we're gonna have to leave this off fairly soon, unfortunately. So we might not even, like, really get to... Oh, I'm trapped here now. We might not really get to, see what the actual game is about.
What's the ship status?
I have performed the necessary checks.
Was there a missing apostrophe there?
The Europa lander is ready to launch.
The lighting is a bit weird, like it keeps going dark and stuff, and then bright and dark, like that. Yeah, that's some DirectX 12 thing, I think. Like you could choose if you wanted to launch this game at DirectX 11 or 12, and I figured why not 12? But yeah, maybe that's causing some issues. I have no idea if I should be using 11 instead. We got audio logs.
I think that's everything wound up, Tom.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go down for the long sleep then.
Good night, Ava. I will miss your assistance. The ship will be very quiet without you here.
Night. See you when I wake up, Tom.
Yeah, he's of course a little uncanny and creepy. Too bad there's no subtitles for these ones, so I guess I'll just be quiet during them.
Residuals before nulling, -02, -04, -01. X and Z null to 0. Looking good.
Okay, good. Horizon check right on time. How's things, Christopher?
Good. I am go for power descent.
I can confirm. You are go for power descent.
Roger that. I am running the PDI program. 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Engine 1 ignition. Engine burn.
Suppressing 400 alarm.
Balance.
Okay. I mean, seems like everything was going well, even though it sounded like an alarm going off.
The landers are ready.
Good. Thanks, Tom. You okay now, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Daniel. I've done this before.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's just another 10 years of my life.
Well, I mean, is it 10 years, though, if you're gonna... Are you gonna be in cryostasis as well, or is she gonna sit there just watching things for 10 years? I don't know. But yeah, one thing I will say is I haven't done... Oh, stop. How do I exit? Help! I guess that's Q. No, Q doesn't even work! Just escape? Okay. Weird, because, like, you would think back with Q or backspace would be... Wait, is it backspace still? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Wait, what? Okay, I did delete all of my saves and stuff, which made me have to redo all the options, but for some reason this still said Q, so maybe it's actually, like, still on backspace, so I have to do this. And now I can do this. Nope. It is just on backspace. You can't have it not be backspace. Fuck you for trying to even rebind it. That's a little silly. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, so I guess I'm just gonna have to... I can press escape at least. But yeah, I mean, I think that's sadly all we can do today. It's definitely I'm interested in, like, the setup, but we didn't really get to see much. But yeah, we have some options to get to, so hopefully we'll get more into the actual game next time. But yeah, I mean, so far, it looks good. I was gonna say... I haven't tweaked any of the audio settings, like everything is at max 100%, which normally I find that you have to lower everything and keep the voices like really high, because otherwise they are super poorly balanced. I'm not sure if that's necessary in this one. It actually seems pretty well balanced with the voices. We'll see. I'll see in editing and tweak it as we go, but yeah, so far looks pretty good in terms of like performances, audio mixing, performance of the game. Couple of weird things with the kind of text ghosting and lighting issues, but I mean that's not really any huge deal, I would say. And yeah, I am curious to see where this is gonna go. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Now let's talk about options, if you care. So there's quite a bit to go through. Again, I do dislike this part where if you want to change something, you constantly hear this sound for everything. And I tried, like, you can't lower anything that is not the same thing, like, or it doesn't apply to the menu sounds. So you would think there would be yet another slider here for, like, menu specifically or something, because you would think it would be at least tied to sound effects. But it's just master volume, so you have to turn down everything if you want to turn down those sounds. So that's, like, a bit of a nitpick with the audio, but otherwise, master volume, music, voice, sound effects, that's all good. We'll see if we need to tweak those later on. Let me just apply, make sure it's there. Display settings, we got a brightness slider. I have it on the default, and so far it seems good to me. We'll see if we need to tweak it at all. FOV was set to like 90 to begin with, but I feel like that was a little bit too claustrophobic for me. This, like, I don't know, it's okay. I could probably get used to it, but yeah, for some reason, I don't know if I'm just making this up, but I feel like I heard something about specifically 105 being like, when it's vertical FOV, or is it something like that? It's like a more, I don't know, natural, like, human angle or something. I might be completely making that up. I just vaguely feel like I heard something about that, like, over a decade ago for, like, TF2 and things like that. Not that you could have that high FOV in TF2, but around that, like, era or something. So for some reason I always gravitate to 105, and yeah, I think it looks good now. You have resolution. For some reason this game was launching at like 1440p, because that is my monitor's max resolution, but I run it at 1080p because of scaling issues and things like that. But it didn't care about that, it just put it on 1440p anyway, which was pretty awkward because it meant that apply was off the screen down here, so I had to click in here, and then I couldn't click apply, so I had to like exit, and then, oh, not exit like that, instead like be in here. How did I even do it? Right click, I guess? Like in here, we're in here, I right click, and then, no? Backspace, yeah, and then go down, and I just had to like, nope, it's back here. You could tell, it was kind of awkward. Just going down like this was also off the screen, and then it was like, are you sure you want to set to defaults? So I had to go to apply that way. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue. I don't really know why you would have the game just run at like the maximum possible resolution. That isn't even what the resolution of the monitor is set to, so that seems like a little bit of an oversight, but yeah, managed to make that work. You have full screen windowed, and windowed. I'm not really sure what the difference is between these, because full screen is not dedicated exclusive full screen. If I click outside the game, it's still up. Like, I can open stuff on top of here. It's just a borderless window. So I'm not really sure what the difference is, why it says full screen, when it's just functionally the same as a full screen window as far as I can tell. Yeah, you got VSync enabled or disabled. Texture quality, anti-aliasing, shadows, effects, post-processing. All of this was set to ultra, like, by default for me, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Motion blur was set enabled by default. Bad, bad, no, bad, bad, don't do that. But at least you can turn it off. Crosshair, I was considering leaving this one on. It was enabled by default, and normally for games like this, if they're very, what's it called, like, narrative and stuff, it feels immersion breaking to have a crosshair, but it is a very subtle crosshair. Can you see it? You can barely even see it. Like, if I look at... I can hardly even... There it is. You can see it now. It is such a tiny little crosshair that you probably wouldn't really notice much anyway, so we'll see. If it turns out, like, I actually actively do need to aim at stuff, like, far away with this gun thing, EMT, whatever it was called, then, yeah, I guess I'll turn that on, because it's so subtle that it probably doesn't really matter. But yeah, otherwise I'll just keep it disabled for immersion purposes. But subtitles are always nice. Shame the audio logs don't have subtitles. And as far as I know, you can't change any language stuff. You can't change the language of the subtitles. That's a bit of a point docked off. Like, sure, if you can't narrate the game in other languages, but yeah, at least text language would have been a nice thing to have a couple of other languages, but at least we have subtitles to turn on and off. And then in gameplay, we just have sensitivity, which I had to turn like way down, and even now it's like fairly quick actually. It's also like a bit of an awkward slider because there's no notch or anything. I don't know if you can... No, I can't even use like the arrow keys to go to like a specific exact thing. It's like, oh, here's 6, but then 6 is all the way up here, and it's like, it's showing decimals, but the decimals are being cut off. So I had to do like, as soon as 2 goes over to 1, oh, that's like way further down. Yeah, here. Something like that seemed good to me, but I don't know like what the exact value is, so kind of annoying there. Invert camera and streaming load. I had to look up what this even meant. It seems like it's just lowering loading times by streaming assets and loading things in the background. And I heard mixed things about this. Like, some people were saying, make sure you keep it off because it's gonna, like, kill the performance and stutter and things like that. Or even, like, crash the game and then you can't, like, reboot the game and things like that. But then other people were saying, oh, streaming load is great. It means you don't have to sit around waiting too much and it just happens in the background and there's no issues. So I'm just gonna have it enabled, and I guess we'll see if we run into, like, stuttering issues or anything. So far, so good. I haven't seen anything like that. But yeah, that is something to possibly disable, because I can't imagine, even if I disable it, it's on an NVMe SSD, so surely it's still gonna load just fine for a 10-year-old game. But yeah, we'll see. And then we have controls, fully rebindable, only 1 key binding per thing though. And yeah, this was definitely a bit of an issue. Let me try, like, binding this to, like, R or something. And then I go in here, E, No, R still doesn't work. It's only escape or backspace. So it's just like, they just pretend like you can rebind back, but you can't. You're not allowed. So, I mean, maybe that'll come into play for something else. Maybe something else uses Q to back out, so I'll leave it there. But yeah, pretty simple, like, sensible controls. Oh, walk is control. I thought that was crouching. Because you do this. But yeah, okay, that is walking. Alright, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the pace that I was expecting. Why do you have to move your hands like that? It looks really silly, like, oh my god. Just imagine waving your hands so much. It's like doing that awkward, like, power walk type thing. But yeah, I mean, I think that's more or less everything. Yeah? What? Why did that lower? Did I accidentally do that? Or did that happen in some weird way? I don't know. But yeah, there we go. That was the options talk. Pretty good options menu overall, but yeah, a couple of, like, little scuff marks where you can tell, like, yeah, this definitely has indie game written over it, even though it's, like, definitely on the higher end of indie game productions in terms of, like, production value and scope, seemingly. But yeah, we will see where the game goes. I'm definitely on board for now. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.